everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. This is the first game in the Warriors road trip. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and pad their win total.
Because this team has played well on the road, they've got confidence anytime they go away from their own building. They know they can get the job done, and that's what they're expecting to do right now.
Yeah, and the prior success that they had on the road, oftentimes you can draw from that, and they've been put in some difficult situations in hostile environments before, and it just doesn't seem to faze them.
Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
And so here is Philadelphia after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. And he gets it to go.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Curry. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. He feeds it to Thompson. Dishes it to Barnes. 6 to shoot. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his first points of the game.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
On the wing, Thompson. Okafor with the ball. Bogut picks him up. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry passes to Thompson. Feeds to Bogut. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Green with a screen for Curry. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good, Barnes.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
On defense, the Warriors, they want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
And that one's good.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Curry. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents, and that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Covington, covered by Barnes. Covington's shot is off.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And it's Thompson again missing.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Bogut dishes to Curry. Back to Bogut, to the wing on the left. Nobody near Barnes. And another basket for Golden State.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Guarded by Curry. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
They kick it out to Green. Barnes with it. 9 points last game out. To the paint, off the pick. Green, the pass to Bogut. And that's going to be a travel. And while we have a moment, let's find out which point guards have had the best month from the charity stripe. Number 1, Steph Curry.
Well, he's the guy you want on the free throw line when it matters. I mean, he's a leader and as consistent as they get.
Well, automatic is the word that comes to mind when you're talking about his free throw shooting. There are a lot of terrific foul shooting point guards, and he's right at the top of the list.
Good on the shot. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Covington. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now here's Green. 8-point game. Screen by Bogut. Curry kicks to Thompson. There's the steal. Guarded by Curry. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Now here's Barnes. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Pocket 2. Curry can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 6. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Thompson with the bucket.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for. And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Azili's checked in for Golden State. Now here is Smith, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Another miss by Philadelphia. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding 2 guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Here's Covington, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Thompson with the bucket.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Chandler with the screen on Thompson. Smith dishes to Chandler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Now here's Iguodala. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. To the paint. Here's Grant. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Chandler was a bit of a late bloomer, but you can't argue with his presence on the floor now.
Well, he won a title and embodies what you need to do in order to win titles. I mean, Chandler makes all the difference on defense, and that's why teams will just still want him even late in his career.
Here's Smith after the Warriors pick up 3. Chandler is screen, and it's Smith penetrating. Chandler kicks to Grant. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Grant's got his second basket of the game.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Iguodala outside. He kicks it to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. That's tipped, but they recover it. They retain possession. Another miss by Iguodala.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Here's Sampson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Warriors leading by 11. The drive by Green, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Chandler is screen. Smith up top. Kicks it to Grant. Lets it go from 11. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Well, another thing that's immediately gone right for them is their three-point shooting.
Good on the second free throw. Warriors leading by 12. Pass to Livingston. A minute 50 left in the first. The shot by Looney, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Embiid the screen. Here's Sampson. He's covered by Iguodala. Sampson, the pass to Smith. Clock at 6. Here's Sampson. Shoots it. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
Spates checked in for Ezeli. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. The Warriors leading. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And the rejection by Iguodala. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Spades missing again.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip. And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Now, here's Spates. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Looney. From deep, Miles. Good on the shot. Miles has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard.
Okay, let's give a hand to your own.
And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, a very vocal leader, certainly. He talked about
players do the policing.
Don't you need a player like this of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? Have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room because Chandler has got that covered.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Robert Covington. Hollis Thompson is out there with Okafor. And it's Holmes in at the 4 slot. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Knocks it loose. Pass to Okafor. Here's Covington, guarded by Curry. Holmes, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates, and the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. There's the double team with Allen. Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Rebounded by Bogut.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
The shot by Curry, no good. The 76ers trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Shot left block, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. Goes up, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The screen from Thompson. There's the pass to Okafor. No luck. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 14. Okafor with the steal. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Thompson dishes to Okafor. And it's sent back by Bogut. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Thompson against Thompson. And Hollis Thompson gets the 3. Thompson's got 5 now. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The 76ers trail by 11. The feed to Thompson. A 3 ball. Great D that time from Green.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The dish to Covington. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. In it goes after missing his first 7. Now shooting 1 for 8 this game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Guarded by Curry. Picked by Okafor. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. 6 points for him.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Curry's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 9. Covington kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Covington. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Covington's got 5 points now this quarter. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Barnes. And Curry subbed in for Steph Curry. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Curry passes to Ezeli. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 13.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
And here is Curry. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Curry.
76ers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Guarded by Curry. Picked by Okafor. To halt the run, and the rejection by Ezeli.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
He's covered by Thompson. Picked by Okafor. To the middle. Off the screen. He lays it in. Okafor's got 8.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Warriors leading by 12. And Curry, here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. Green missing again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Inside, here's Okafor. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Okafor's got 8 points in the quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And Golden State also making a change. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Andrew Bogut. And here's a little known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
Here's Iguodala. Here's Thompson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, some really terrific numbers for Thompson. 16 points, and those 4 3-pointers he said have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that 2-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the 2-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball. The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
The drive by Green for 3. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best 2-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
Grant dishes to Embiid. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got his first basket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
The 76ers trail by 14.
And Thompson's much more active running the pick and roll lately. A great pocket passer, and of course, the defense has to stay glued to him because of that ability to knock down shots.
And take a look at this. Every team loves to have guys like these. Big men who can pass like guards. These are their assist totals on the season. Number 1, Draymond Green.
You think of some of the great passing big men over the years, and they are some of the best players ever. I mean, period. I'm sure that's not lost on him.
Certainly not. I mean, it's precisely why he's worked so hard to become the passer he is today. He didn't want to just be a scorer. He wanted to be a complete post player, and he's done it.
Philadelphia's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. And it's Smith penetrating. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Chandler.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Chandler with a screen for Smith. Sampson kicks to Chandler. Green with the block. They recover it. Out to the wing. To the paint. They shoot again. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Smith's got it back down to single digits for the 76ers. Iguodala, the pass to Ezeli. Out to Thompson. Shoots. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Pass to Sampson. Embiid dishes to Grant. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Sampson kicks to Grant. Shoots the 3. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into 3-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
It's Iguodala with the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Smith the pass to Chandler. Grant outside. Sampson dishes to Embiid. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Iguodala kicks to Ezeli. Grant outside. And the shot falls short this time. And that does it for the...
Thank you, Kevin.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 23 points. And all right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Moving it up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
For 3, Covington. Offensive rebound, holds. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Okafor against Bogut. He feeds it to Curry. Barnes dishes to Green. He kicks to Bogut. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, a quick 2-game series between the 2 teams, one in each club's home building.
Well, looky here. We've got an interconference matchup. Always interesting to see how 2 teams match up that don't get a chance to see a whole lot of one another.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Feeds it to Covington. Takes the 3. Shot is off. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Thompson outside. To the wing on the left. Okafor in the post, guarded by Curry. And it's sent back by Bogut. They get it back. Covington with the bucket.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Warriors leading by 8. It's Curry with the drive. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
And Philadelphia calls time here. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Kicks it to Okafor. And it's sent back by Bogut. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. And Green slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Pass to Okafor. Guarded by Curry. Passes it to Okafor. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Thompson. Green kicks to Barnes. Down low. And Bogut slams it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Back to Curry. The pass to Barnes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Another three for Golden State.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place.
The 76ers trail by 15. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. It's stolen. Out to the right wing. 76ers moving the ball around. There's a good screen. Out left to the wing. For three, Covington. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his sixth rebound on the night.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And, Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
The feed to Covington. Puts up a three. Green with the rebound.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Bogut kicks to Curry. Back to Bogut. The dish to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Green passes to Bogut. And that one's good. Bogut's got 4 points in the quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Covington. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Screen by Bogut, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary, and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
Embiid the screen. Thompson is doubled, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Okafor, and it's Jeremy Grant in for Robert Covington. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors. The offensive rebound, out to Smith. And another shot, and it's sent back by Spates. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. And the 76ers making a change here. Sampson's checked in. On defense, Golden State. And it's Smith penetrating. A baseline J. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry. Greg, you're talking about the D-League. Not really a moneymaker yet, but it's really benefited, Clark, the NBA in so many ways.
Clearly has, Kevin, a place to train new players, officials, and executives or management. A way to test out possible rule changes. I think building revenue is the focus, though, and the players make a small salary, but the NBA Developmental League is helping the NBA be better.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Azili's checked in for Maurice Spates. Here's Embiid, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Embiid's got his third basket of the night right there.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 8 points.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Curry with it. Now Smith defending. Iguodala dishes to Curry. Pass to Ezeli. Curry kicks to Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Embiid with a screen on Curry. And it's Smith penetrating. Again, Philadelphia.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Dishes it to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Here's Ezeli. He feeds it to Barnes. Curry against Smith. It's stolen by Smith. And now the 76ers on the break. Smith with the ball, and the shot is good. Smith's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Curry kicks to Ezeli. Here's Looney, and he gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
To the left wing. Here's Sampson. He's covered by Iguodala. Feeds to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Chandler the pass to Sampson. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The 76ers trail by 16. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Embiid inside. He's against Ezeli. Embiid, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Kicks to Barnes. Curry against Smith. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Pass to Sampson. Screen by Smith. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Sampson kicks to Grant. That one wide left. Warriors leading by 19. Ezeli dishes to Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Sampson. He's covered by Iguodala. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him. 15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Knocked away. Curry with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Up the floor. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Warriors have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And we'll be back with you right after this. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. We've got Kendall Marshall. Elton Brand is out there with Stauskas. Then there's Grant, and it's Holmes in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Goes up on the block. Curry kicks to Spates. He dishes it to Livingston. Just 3 to shoot. Rebound by Stauskas. Grant outside. They set the screen. Marshall passes to Holmes. Second chance shot. No good from Brand.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's Spates. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Marshall, guarded by Curry. Now, here's Marshall, and here's Stauskas from the arc, and he gets it to go.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here is Livingston. Here's Curry with the 3. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Brand, a screen on Curry. Shot off the screen. Here's Stauskas. Gets to the corner and buries it.
What a pass by Marshall. That's outstanding teamwork.
Warriors leading by 22. Curry kicks to Miles. Golden State moving it around. Passes to Curry. Three-pointer. Curry with another miss. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. For 3, Marshall. Spates with the block. Curry brings the double. Here's Holmes. The shot from the low post is good.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Again, Curry missing. The 76ers trail by 20. And the pass to Holmes. Grant kicks to Brand. Excellent D there from Allen.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And here's Miles outside. Rebound by Marshall. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
And the Warriors making a change here. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Draymond Green comes in for LaVoy Allen. Barnes is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Thompson in for Curry.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Covington's shot is off.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
He had a nice open look right there. That's now 32 points for Klay Thompson.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Thompson. The feed to Okafor. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Okafor. 16 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Both free throws good for Okafor.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
To the wing right side. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. Covington's shot is off. Warriors leading by 22. Green kicks to Barnes. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Covered by Barnes.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch four was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a three. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Thompson from long range. And yes, sir, that one drops. Thompson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors. Pick by Okafor. Thompson outside. Puts it up from 12. And it's Okafor missing.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Barnes dishes to Thompson. Barnes kicks to Thompson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Covington's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Holmes. And then Okafor slams it in.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putdown.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Jakar Sampson's checked in for Hollis Thompson. Steph Curry's checked in for Golden State. Draymond Green pulls it in.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Here's Covington, covered by Barnes. High, arcing shot. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Thompson for the triple. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The dish to Covington.
Well, with Steve Kerr and Jason Kidd both coming with no coaching experience over the last few seasons and also having success, I don't know, guys. Maybe we should throw our hat in the ring. But pretty impressive stuff.
That's not for me to do. I've already determined I don't want to coach for a paycheck, even if it is a big one.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Looney comes in for Green. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Steph Curry.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
Here's Sampson, covered by Barnes, and it's Okafor off the drive. Connects on the 9-footer. Okafor's got 6 in the quarter. You know, you look at the coaching success for both Jason Kidd and Steve Kerr, both with long playing careers, championship experience on their resumes. Steve, in fact, Clark even had some time in the front office with Phoenix.
And don't forget about his broadcasting career either, Kevin. I mean, I think in both cases, though, you look at these two guys, they were able to come in and have immediate credibility with their teams and their playing experience, part of their preparation for being coaches.
Warriors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. And that one's good, Barnes.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The 76ers shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Picked by Okafor. Guarded by Curry. To the left side wing. Here's Covington. Money from the wing. Now Curry. He kicks to Spates. Lots of room. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
To the left side wing. Covington passes to Okafor. Baseline jumper, and that one's good. Okafor's got 8 here in the quarter. Here's Curry. Pass to Spates. The shot is off, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. 4-on-3 break. Baseline try. Sampson's shot is off. The Warriors shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And here's Barnes for 3. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And stolen by Barnes. Pass to Looney. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Covington. And it's Spates with the rebound.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Here's Looney. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Here's Curry with the 3, and it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Chandler a screen. Here's Covington, covered by Barnes, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You look at what Covington has done so far. 12 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
Marshall, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And the Warriors also making a change. Livingston's checked in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark could seem toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Marshall with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Here's the screen. Chandler a screen for 3. Covington. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Curry with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one with...
Congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan, Stephen Curry. He had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.